Hello, good morning, and welcome to video number 3 of our video email series. I am Carmen Chloe Harris, creator of Bohemian Academics and Early Childhood Literacy Program. And this is video number 3 of a series of videos where I'm just giving some tips that you can go ahead and start implementing today into your child's literacy and reading journey. So today we're going to talk about phonics. And the title of this presentation says Hooked on Phonics with a question mark. So let's go ahead and get into it. And it's going to be short, brief, and to the point. What is phonics? Because remember, there are 5 components to reading. When we talk about reading, your child actually reading some words on a page, there's 5 components that go into that. And phonics is one of them. So what exactly is phonics? Phonics is the relationship between written letters and spoken sounds. Each letter makes a sound. And groups of letters also make a sound, like blends and CVC words. Those are groups of letters that make a sound. But at the very basic level, phonics is the relationship between one written letter and the actual sound that it makes. For example, the letter A says ah. That's phonics. If I ask a child, what sound does the letter A make? And they say ah, that's phonics. And in turn, if I ask them what letter makes the ah sound and they tell me A, that's phonics as well. So it's the relationship between a written letter and the sound that it makes. Why does phonics matter? In my opinion, phonics is one of the single most important parts of a child learning how to read when you're setting that foundation early. And if a child doesn't master phonics, the relationship between written letters and spoken sounds, it will be extremely difficult for them to master reading. So phonics is one of those key pieces that a child needs to master, and preferably they need to master it early. That's why I'm a big advocate for early childhood literacy. That's why I created this company and my digital course and workbook to help parents to set that foundation, because you can't go back and set the foundation once the child is like in 4th and 5th grade. You can try, but it will be extremely difficult. So it's best to start on it now. So a fun fact, and it's not so fun, but a struggling 1st grade reader will likely go on to be an adult struggling reader. So if a child does not master the basic components of reading in the 1st grade and they're struggling to read in the 1st grade, it will be extremely difficult to catch them up as they matriculate from grade to grade. And for the most part, a large majority of the struggling 1st grade readers will go on to be struggling adult readers. So if you see someone that's an adult, someone that's a teenager, and they struggle with reading, chances are that foundation was not set before the 1st grade, and they really struggled in the 1st grade and beyond. So the components of reading, they need to be mastered in the 1st grade. That's like the last stop, okay? In 1st grade is normally when teachers start introducing reading to students who haven't had any prior experience with the components of reading, which, you know, a lot of children, they're like sponges. They're going to soak it up in the 1st grade. But if they don't get it by the end of 1st grade, like they're kind of on their own, teachers will supplement and try to help out. But I just really believe that as parents, we should focus on setting that foundation before our children get to 1st grade so that they'll be that much more successful when their teacher actually introduces the concepts of reading and expects for them to master those concepts at the end of 1st grade. So some examples of phonics: the spoken sound for the letter A is ah. The spoken sound for the group of letters AT is at. So that's an example of phonics. So some strategies for teaching phonics: flashcards. Flashcards, I love flashcards because they're multi-purpose. You can use them for a multitude of skills and components. You can use flashcards to introduce the letters of the alphabet. You can use flashcards to help your child differentiate between uppercase letters and lowercase letters, which is important. You can use flashcards for phonics. You can use flashcards for beginning blends, sight words. So I just really love flashcards because, again, I'm like an old school teacher. I like to have my own resources that I create and put together. You can also use songs, a phonics song, and that's for your auditory learners because everyone learns different. You know, we have a couple different learning styles. Some people learn by hearing, some people learn by seeing, those are the visual learners. Some people learn by actually being in motion, and I believe those are the kinesthetic learners. And then some people learn by actually touching hands-on, which is like the tactile learners. You also have technology. You can utilize YouTube. They have a ton of videos on YouTube. The phonics song, the alphabet song, excuse me, is one of them. And they actually go into phonics at the end of that video. You have different educational websites like ABC Teach, and other websites. And then you have educational resources, which my product, my digital course and my workbook, that's considered an educational resource because in that book, I teach you from A to Z how to build language development, how to start introducing the alphabet all the way up until getting your child to read simple sentences. So you definitely want to invest into your child's future because that's one of the most important investments that you're going to make. You can also focus on 1 to 2 letters per week and also incorporate the sound for that letter. That way you're not overwhelming your child, and it can become very like organic. You can randomly ask about or reinforce the letter sound when applicable. For example, you may be working on the letter M and you may pass by the golden arches, the big McDonald's sign with the big letter M, and you can ask your child, hey, do you see that letter over there, that big yellow letter? What letter is that? What sound does it make? The same thing as if you're passing by Walmart. Oh my goodness, look at that big letter. What letter is that? What sound does it make? So just make it natural and organic. Don't make it forced. Don't make it pushed. Don't make it something to where your child is going to feel nervous and overwhelmed as if they have to perform. And then also you can utilize an alphabet picture chart. And basically that's a chart that has the letters of the alphabet, uppercase and lowercase. And then it will have a picture that matches the corresponding sound of that letter. For example, on the chart, you may have a picture. The first letter is letter A, of course, and you may have a picture of an apple. So as you're going over that chart, and you can go over that chart in one sitting, you can have your child repeat after you, and you can say A, apple. B, ball. C, cat. D, dog. E, elephant. So you would literally have a chart that has all of the letters on it with a corresponding picture, and you can go through that very quickly. That could be something that you can do every single day as like a little warm up. So those are your strategies for teaching phonics. And again, it's one of the very most important components of reading. So today I have a special offer just for you because you are on my email list. And my special offer is I am offering you my mini digital course, which is called Jumpstart Your Child's Reading. And it's a mini course that will help you to dig right on into teaching your child how to read. It has 9 straight to the point strategies that you can implement today to start teaching your child to read. Your child may know how to read already, but they may need some gap fillers to kind of fill in the gap. This is the summertime. It's the perfect time to make sure that you're implementing different resources so that your child doesn't fall off in the summer. So that's what Jumpstart Your Child's Reading mini digital course is going to do. It has 9 strategies straight into the point that you can implement today to start your child reading. And it's only $8 for today. So to take advantage of that, I want you to visit https://bit.ly/jumpstart reading to purchase. And as always, if you have any questions, feel free to email me. Make sure you share out my website, bohemianacademics.com, to help out any parents that may need my assistance or may need the information that I am providing for you as well. And as always, if you are ready to take it to the next level, if you really want to start tackling this reading thing with your child, I also have another course, a full course with a digital workbook as well, that you can start utilizing right now. This is like the meat and potatoes of teaching your child how to read from A to Z. So feel free to email me with any questions so we can talk, so I can see where you and your child are at, and we can go from there. And as always, thank you for tuning in. I'll see you on the next video. Was I